Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
76, tell him. 76. 76. 54,
Throwing on 3rd. Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play fake. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, if you think so far in the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And watch the lane. Hold on. Check. 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
They are going for it. Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 12, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Bring on 180. You don't know no better. 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff, wide open receiver, complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
And the Rams first down.
Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Me and you all day.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. A nice little juke. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Play action now. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Down wide.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
26.
Third and long for Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Go. Shoot. Tighten up.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Aaron Donald. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Cut. 20. Oh, here we go. Oh. He's coming.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On second down, it's Cook. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
26, Mike. 28. Back up. Me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Boy, just like that, they've got new life.
And the defense still has the advantage, but I know that there's some deflation there. That's why I hurried back to the line of scrimmage and attack them again.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
We're good. Check it. Delta.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for it.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30, 10. A big run.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go tonight, 180. Championship, baby.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun. Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, zoom.
On play action, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
26 months. I can't believe they let you play.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Hey, Alpha.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Rams 7, Vikings nothing.
Mike.
180. Hell, you won. Horrible.
Here's Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
I know, easy.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First.
26.
They go play action. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On second down now, it's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And this is taken in at the 5. 36 yards on the play. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard that time, second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal. This LA Rams defense will try to bow up once. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
I'm on. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Blue Dan. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike.
Tell you one.
Tackle. Check.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Oh, he fakes the spike. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken... Down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Watch the slant.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Now, they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They run. Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Play fake, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from the 1.
You ain't going nowhere. Check.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Bailey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Good lesson. Never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Rush coming for Goff. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
that. Super tough.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Cousins now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, but now it's 3rd and goal. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Good route there. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Third and goal for Cousins. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On first down, it's Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Bravo. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill.
Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch it.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Check.
Cousins to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a gain of 34. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, high 7.
Now Cousins. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
A very important extra point there, up and good. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First throw in overtime for Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover.
And pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff, and that will be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense did its job, got the stop all they need. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Go. Kill. Check three.
What can Cousins do in the OT? And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this.
Stop, defense. What's the distance? Man up, undercrush. 26.
On second down, Cook. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by John Johnson. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone.